All right. Good morning, guys. Give me 1 second. My little baby has to go pee. Hold on 1 sec. Hold on, baby. Sorry, guys. It's Monday. Welcome to Monday. Oh my gosh. All right. Hello. Okay, let me turn that off. How is everybody doing? Sorry, let me get the chat in the right thing. Just 1 sec, guys. Okie dokie. Let me get everything all adjusted. You know, something that I should have already done, but have not. Oh, geez. Trying to make this bigger so I can see more of the chat. Okay, that looks good. Let's see, where the heck is my webcam? Hello! I know. I wish the emojis were bigger also. I think that's nonsense. How is everybody doing today? I've got my headphone from my I usually have 2 different headphones in. This one goes to my phone because my phone speaker has been broken for, like, ages, and I can't hear out of it, and this one goes to my tab. So, usually, I'm, like, listening to a YouTube video and editing on my tab and back and forth or whatever. How is everybody doing? Thank you, Becky, for gifting a membership. That is so, so sweet of you. Good morning, Katerina. Good morning, Becky, and the good Donna, and Paperback Writer, Warflare, Amy. I saw Amy on a couple lives over the weekend. Good morning, Satellite Man, and good morning, Elizabeth. Okay, so, oh my God, what even happened on Friday? Like, I can't even handle what happened on Friday. That was the literal craziest. Good morning, Jared. Yes, Friday was absolutely iconic. Like, I could not even believe it. As boring as Thursday was, Friday made up for it completely, in my opinion. Sorry if you're hearing that. I always dangle my headphones off of my little microphone here. Yeah. I know, Amy and I were on every live together this weekend. Okay, first of all, have you guys seen, and I just happened to be on YouTube last night, and Tanika's 2 Cents released an exclusive video of Charlie getting transported. So he's in the back of this prison van, you know, the one that have like just the 2 like long rows on either side. And so he's in the back of this prison van, and she had posted a little sneak peek a couple days ago, like a 13-second clip. And of course, it's Charlie, like he's sitting there like with his little with his little handcuffs, and he's sitting there and he's got like this dumb shit-eating grin on his face, and he's like this, and the guy opens the door and he's like, my man, my man. um yeah, we could do a watch along for that. Let me go ahead. I want to cover a few things from the trial first, and then we will definitely watch that. And seriously, so the reason why he's so excited when the guy opens the door, hi Tracy in Vegas, is because the guy got him food, okay? And the guy opens the door and he says, hey, listen, just so you know, we're across the street from the jail, so like eat this as fast as you can, pretty much. And he hands it to him, and where did he go to get him food? Wendy's. I told my husband that. He was dying laughing. He's like, absolutely not. He didn't. I said, no, he actually did. Hi, Sherry D. I saw Sherry D in a couple lives over the weekend too. So yeah, Charlie gets Wendy's, and the irony is not lost on me in the slightest. So hilarious. So hilarious. Okay, so let's go ahead and thank you, Tracy in Vegas. Let's go ahead and talk about some things. So I have some notes. I have some like timestamps for clips that I want to watch from the show, the trial
The clerk of
last week. But I want to talk about a few things first. So first of all, let me take a drink. So you know how trial started late on Friday? Like, Judge Everett comes out and is like, hey, we're going to be a little late today. Do you know why? Frickin' Jackie Horseface Fulford decided that she was going to take a horse tranquilizer, aka a sleeping pill, the night before. Well, this is what she says. Who knows if this is really actually what happened? I'm not going to make you listen to the calls again, Becky. What am I, a freaking... I'm not a torturer. I don't think... Okay, and I'm going to talk about that as well. That's on my list. Good morning, Gary. Thank you very much. So, she's late because apparently she overslept because she took a sleeping pill too late the night before and couldn't get up for court in the morning. Guys, you can't even make this up. She is a former judge. I'm sorry. Any lawyer should understand that you have to be on time for court. I start freaking out if I'm 2 minutes late for the live that I'm doing. And meanwhile, she's just like willy-nilly, like just taking a sleeping pill at goddamn 2 a.m. or who knows what. It would not surprise me. And obviously this is just speculation. Although I would love to get a cease and desist from Jackie Fulford. Please stop putting horse emojis of me on your channel. Maybe she was up doing coke all night with Shadrick Nobles. Who knows? Who knows? Do you know? I don't know. I don't know. It could be. Hi, Purple. Okay, so I I put this in my post, but I put up some like little things because sometimes like when new people come in and we're not watching the court feed, they're confused because they don't understand how we do things yet. So I put up I made some little banners. So we have the court is on a break banner. And then I put up a little replay banner for when we're replaying something so people don't get confused. And then I have one that says snark alert, which should probably stay up full time. And then I'm going to put some more of these up, but this is the one that I put up already. And it's Jackie Fulford with the bag of oats getting put on her for the day. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, all right, let's talk about ineffective counsel. All right. Yes, they fulfill the first part of being able to claim ineffective counsel because they're a mess, an absolute mess, okay? They're unprepared. They don't seem like, I mean, they could have at least prepped by watching Charlie's trial in 2 times speed, like the week before they did Donna's trial. Like, just do something. We're not expecting you to go over 100,000 emails, and that's like their whole excuse for why they for the whole year that they've been her lawyers. Their entire excuse is that back in March or April, they got 100,000 emails that shouldn't even be coming in anyway because they're between Donna and Rashi. Like, they shouldn't even be coming into the trial. So put one of your paralegals on, like the one that's literally like rubbing Donna more than Jane was rubbing Wendy at the freaking stupid interview room. Like, put her on it and have her read over these emails, or literally like have AI do it. Like, come on, just search for keywords. I don't understand why this is taking like there's no excuse. There's no excuse. My 10-year-old knows more about this case than Jackie Fulford does. So not only do they have to be a mess, which we've covered that that would check the box of ineffective counsel, you also have to say that basically, if they had not been a mess, then you would have gotten off. There would have been a different outcome to your trial. And I am sorry. Johnny Cochran and Jose Baez could be doing this case together and they would not get Donna off. There is so much overwhelming evidence against Donna. There is not, Jesus himself could be defending her and he's not going to get her off. Like, there's nothing that's going to get Donna out of this mess. I don't care what you think. Donna, you're done. You were done day one when Sarah went up and said, oh yeah, and by the way, she wrote a script to her jail daughter telling her to lie for her in court. Like, if we don't have enough consciousness of guilt of the one-way ticket that you bought to Vietnam, your phone call talking about, oh my God, we need to run away to a non-extradition country, or we need to unalive ourselves. Like, let's toaster bathtub ourselves because I can't do this. I will never last in prison. The freaking text to Wendy saying, I'm next, but don't worry, I'm not going to let that happen. Bury me in the dress that I bought for Lincoln's bar mitzvah. And then you've got her bribing witnesses and asking people specifically to lie for her. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Good morning, LWLW. I can't handle it. So, yes, as much as we all agree that Donna has ineffective counsel, that's never going to go for an appeal. She will not be able to appeal on the grounds of ineffective counsel. Just not. There's not going to be any difference. There's not going to be, it doesn't matter who would have been defending her. She could have had the best lawyers that money could buy. Nobody would have gotten her out of this. She is so screwed. Okay. Oh, and another thing I wanted to talk about. Hold on, let me take a drink. So, remember right before, I still have a freaking fruit fly in here. I'm sorry. Remember right before they brought out the jail daughter. Good morning, Carol. Judge Everett asked Donna to stand up. He swore her in and he said, do you know what your lawyers are preparing to do? Like, what they're preparing to say for your cross for these witnesses? And she said yes. And he says, do you agree with this? And she says yes. And I was wondering, like, why the heck they did that. I was kind of confused when it happened. So apparently, because they are admitting to the fact that she wrote the script, she had to basically on the record say, yes, I admit to writing this. I agree that we're going to admit to this. And, so she can't say after the fact, I didn't know they were going to say that I wrote that, blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, honestly, the handwriting expert, like, really, the poor girl didn't even need to be tortured with public speaking because they admitted it anyway. And they even say at the end of, I'm pretty sure it's a handwriting expert, they say, we've never contested the fact that she wrote this script, so we have no cross, which is like, which I'm sorry, if you don't do anything wrong, You don't need to. If I am in jail wrongfully convicted for something, I don't need to be paying people in grand pianos and Dr. Obed prescriptions to go ahead and lie for me. And the script, guys, how funny was the wording in that script? Donna's like so elderly. She's like, hey, he's a dirty, rotten scoundrel. Hey, we tricked him. Hey. Like, I can't even with the wording of that. It's too much. Okay. I have just written on here recorded jail call. I wish I would have written myself better notes. I don't know what I meant by that. I don't know. Oh, probably just another piece of the consciousness of guilt, which her having a one-way ticket to Vietnam and her setting up like, hey, we're going to go to Vietnam just so everybody knows, so we're not arrested. The judge is going to read an instruction to the jury that says, this is consciousness of guilt, just so you know, and you have to take it as such. Good morning, Denise. So she is done. Who else is done? Who else is done? What did I say at the jury selection of this trial when we first started? I said, whoever they're pointing to is going to be next. I said in Katie's trial, they pointed to Charlie. In Charlie's trial, they pointed to Donna. And who are they pointing to now? Our sweet little Wendy Pooh. Wendy is next. Wendy is next. She is next. She is next. She is next. Mark my words. I am writing it down, not allegedly. She will be arrested, period. The end. I said it. I'm done. I've been saying it, but she is next. She is next in the most next way you can be next. I think specifically, and I've got this set, the freaking planner. The planner, guys. The planner. Good morning, Fairy Pesto. The planner that Donna had in 2014. And guess what? They didn't get this from the search. Do you know who gave this to them? Dan Rashbaum gave them this planner. Okay, apparently it was a whoopsie doopsie. I accidentally gave you this planner, but it's in now. So sorry. I feel like that seriously implicates our little baby Wendy Pooh, because who else would have had Dan's frickin' driver's license plate number other than Wendy? Who would have given it to Donna? And why was this given to Donna? So she could put it, she could tell Charlie could put it in the letter, and they could make sure that they have the right Honda Accord or whatever the hell he was driving. I don't really remember. I've got a screenshot of it somewhere. But guys, I can't even. What a freaking, I was like screaming. I was literally like on the point of hyperventilation, having cardiac arrest on Friday. There was just so much new stuff. Good morning, Vince Black. Wendy's lawyer's been attending every day of Donna's trial in preparation for Wendy's trial. Wendy knows she's next. You could tell just by the way she testified this time that she knows. She doesn't have that same sense of untouchableness, the entitledness. You know, she's been sitting up there the whole time. I mean, shit. In Katie's first trial, Tara Kawas literally says to her, like, a Honda Accord. Thank you, Jared. Tara Kawas says to her, you know, basically something about in case the state decides to arrest you. And you all know this clip. She's like, the state isn't going to decide to arrest me. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I, for one, am going to do a 24-hour live stream of that on loop, paired with the state isn't going to decide to arrest me, and them throwing you on the ground. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and start watching this. I have what I'm hoping is a bird flying back and forth. I hope it's not a bat. There's been a bat in this house twice, and I cried about it. Okay, so the look on Donna's face the entire time this trial is ongoing is just amazing. She could not be more defeated than while this is going on. She wants to curl up in a ball and just die. I wonder if she would try to unalive herself at the table, and then like Jackie and Josh would just like weekend at Bernie's her for the rest of the trial and like just put sunglasses on her and like lift her arm up and stuff. Lily. Good morning, Lily. Lily says, where is Wendy? Can she flee? I mean, she can. It's a free country. And I was thinking, like, maybe all this stuff that they're leaking, maybe this is Wendy's bump. Maybe this is to get Wendy to start running. I mean, she would be absolutely ignorant to run at this point. Okay, let me turn this. Got to turn the audio down just a touch so I don't blow your ears out. She would be smart to run. I mean, I would get a private plane or start swimming. But I mean, it's going to be the same thing with Donna. I mean, you can run, but you can't hide. Like, you can't. This is not the 1920s anymore. You can't just throw a body in the river and just as long as nobody sees you, you can get away with stuff. Like, you have a digital footprint everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. There's facial recognition everywhere. You're not going to go anywhere. Good morning, Sinclair. Donna always has the lonely look of discontent. Always. Yes. And did you see how sad she was when her jail daughter went up there and started testifying against her? Super sad. Super sad. I hear a little bean pod legs. And compare that, and I know the jury does, compare that to the way that she was reacting when Rob was up there. She wouldn't even look at Rob. And here she's looking at this jail daughter that she knew for 4 months, all longingly, all sad. Like, but her own son, she like wanted nothing to do with. It's disgusting. Okay, so this is the planner, and let's watch this.
Some redactions have been made based on the parties' agreement, but other than that, I would ask if those excerpts are fair and accurate.
Yes, they are.
Moving to evidence 142.
Any objection?
Objection.
States on 42 is admitted.
In the 2014 planner, did Mrs. Adelson keep a lot of personal information and identifying information for members of her family and even, I think, some friends in there too?
She did.
Okay. And as part of that information in the 2014 planner, did you locate any information specific to Dan Markell's vehicle?
We did.
What information was that?
Is the 08 Accord on the left middle of the page, right there. It's the 08 Accord, and the tag number is 584YBM.
That's Dan Markell's tag number at the time of his murder?
It is.
Same vehicle that the killers pursued?
That's correct.
The flight that the defendant was attempting to board at the time of her arrest, was that a one-way flight or a round-trip flight?
It was a one-way flight.
No further questions.
Cross-examination.
Just a moment, please.
All right, here Jackie points out
Nothing.
that there was a safe in the apartment that was apparently moved before they even got here. I don't know why they waited a full day to do the search warrant. They probably couldn't get maybe they couldn't get the warrant signed fast enough, but I think that is absolutely insane. Good morning, Graham. Good morning, Park Mate. Shh. Good morning, Matt. Say good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Ma.
Say good morning, Graham.
Morning.
Say good morning, Fark Mate.
Morning, Friday.
Okay, good girl. Okay, so here's Jackie pointing out that they likely were hiding evidence.
It's jumping out at me right now.
I got really bad eyesight because I'm old. See that little light under there? Underneath that blouse?
Okay.
Does that appear to be something electronic?
It could be.
Is it a light that's on?
I see a dot there. I'm not.
Okay. Did you all, excuse me. Do you recall as part of the search going through a safe?
No.
So there would be no pictures of the safe that was present in the home?
I don't recall pictures of the safe, no.
If there is a safe with your search warrant, you have the right to go into it, correct? To look for the items that are authorized to get in the search warrant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If someone there had located the safe, you would document that with pictures as well?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
And what time did you say you left?
I don't recall
You don't recall?
what time we left. It might have been 3-something.
3-something? So you were there at least a couple of hours?
By the time I believe we executed the warrant around 2:23, maybe 2:20 p.m. So we left probably about an hour later, I think.
Okay. And, gosh, I just lost my train of thought.
Oh, weird. Imagine that. You didn't have it in the first place, Jackie. You were a mess from the get-go. Don't pretend like, oh, this is just a new thing. Like, I forgot where I was going with this. No, you had no plan to begin with, and now you've run out of questions. What in the world? She does look like a ventriloquist. Can anybody answer what in the hell was the point of that line of questioning? I mean, was she trying to prove that because there's plenty of evidence about this safe, there's texts, there are phone calls about the safe, about, oh, you have a pile of money, and you have a pile of money, and Wendy has a pile of money, and mom has a pile of money, and dad has a pile of money. Jared, I did see that. Who posted that? I can't remember who posted that. Remind me who posted that on their channel. But yeah, there was this creepy. I mean, he had like the same body type as Harvey. No, Matt, they did not overlook the safe. The safe was gone by the time they got there. The safe was gone by the time they got there. Donna was arrested on the 13th. They did not execute this search warrant until the day after. So they had, Harvey had all this time to get rid of everything that they needed to get rid of. And I mean, I can't confirm this, but I heard from, I don't remember if it was a comment on my live or somebody else's live, that Harvey had given the safe to like a friend of his, like had the safe taken out. Well, yeah, I mean, it would show that they had cash, but I don't feel like they need to have the safe. They have, in Donna's own words, her saying that there's cash in the safe. Like, they talk about it constantly, the cash in the safe, the piles of cash in the safe. So it just makes no sense. Okay, so what is next? Okay, so next, let's watch Patricia's, and I'm going to try to go a little bit ahead of when she says her name because that's a little loud. So let me go ahead and play this for everybody. All right, yes, I like her voice as well. Okay.
Convicted as charged, that you could receive up to 15 years in prison for that felony?
Yes,
And is that felony that you're in custody for, is that the only felony that you've been convicted of?
yes, I have a pending case.
Thank you. So do you also have another pending case
Yes,
that you haven't been convicted of yet, but it is still pending?
yes,
And that pending case, is that case in Wakulla County?
yes,
For that case, if you're convicted as charged in that case, could you receive up to 5 years in prison for that case?
yes.
Hi, Zenjen. Hi, Nanya Business. I don't know if I don't see Wendy being arrested before this is over. From what I understand is they do their grand juries in Leon County on Wednesdays, and Georgia or Sarah would be the ones that would be heading this up. So if this is over by Friday, which I feel like it is, I don't feel like the defense is going to have more than, I mean, honestly, probably 15 minutes. But I feel like there's a 99% chance of Donna going up and testifying. I don't see Donna being able to sit through however many days of testimony there's been against her and not get on the stand and try to explain her way out of this, because I feel like she's definitely going to want to speak her piece. So I see them having maybe one witness that they put up that isn't Donna, and then I see them putting Donna on the stand. She'll probably be up there, because they're going to want to prolong this as much as they can, like, here, we kept you out of prison for an extra 6 hours, Donna, you're welcome. And then they're going to do cross on her. I hope to God that it's Georgia, because I want to see her get absolutely eviscerated. I love Sarah too, but just the way that Georgia speaks is hilarious. Good morning, Leslie. Yes, I agree. It's great to see Donna being betrayed. She betrayed Dan in the worst possible way. Agree. And good morning, it's about time. And good morning, PLN 315. So yeah, there's this part in good morning, RK. There's this part that Georgia is talking to Wendy, and she's basically like throwing all these texts in Wendy's face. And she says, well, I have it under tab 35 if you need to refresh. It says it just like that to Wendy, and I freaking died when I heard that. Okay, let's continue listening to Patricia. I, for one, found both of the jail informants very credible. I feel like, especially when they're not being offered anything, they're not, they would have been in a better situation had they, when she asked them, did anybody offer you anything? I was really hoping both of them would say, just Donna. Yeah, besides Donna, no. But yeah, I feel like they were both credible. I feel like the fact that their stories match is, amazing, but they're not like, they don't like exactly match, you know what I mean? So they're not like, it doesn't sound rehearsed. They both sound very credible to me. So let's go ahead and listen.
Okay. And the one that you're in custody on from Leon County is the only felony you've been convicted of then?
Yes,
Have you received any offer or promises in exchange for your testimony in this case?
no,
Were you in custody with Donna Adelson?
Yes, I was.
For about how long?
Maybe about 6 or 7 months.
And was this at Leon County Jail?
Yes.
Were you and Donna Adelson in the same pod?
Yes.
What does that mean?
We're in the same, it's a open pod, it's an open bay where a lot of bunk beds are together.
Okay, so a lot of women are in there together.
Yes.
Okay, so you sleep in the same room as some of these women.
Yes.
And how close did you sleep to Donna Adelson?
Right next to her.
All right, and if you're in the same pod, do you have your meals together with the other women in the pod?
Yes.
Do you have like your downtime where you're watching TV or reading or writing, all those things together with the same women in the pod?
Yes.
When you were in the same pod with Donna Adelson for those months, did you become friendly with her?
Yes.
How often would you talk to her?
Every day, all day.
Who else was she close to in the pod?
Drina Bernhardt.
Okay. Did she have a couple of other people she was close to as well?
Yes.
Were you and Drina the closest?
Yes.
To her, I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Once you and Donna Adelson became close friends, did she ever talk to you about her pending case, this case?
She did.
Hi, Commissary Tuna. Good morning. I love your name. I say that every time. This part where she just straight up asked Donna, did you do what you're being accused of? And Donna says yes. It just blows my mind. It's about time, says Jackie. Do you think they will release Donna's jail calls? Yes, because I've already asked for them. I asked for them probably 3 or 4 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. And they said that they couldn't release them yet. So I have a little friend over at the Tallahassee Police Department now in the records department because I've emailed her so many times. She's probably sick of me, but I think she secretly loves me. But this testimony just blew me away.
When y'all would have those conversations, did you ever outright ask her whether she did what she's accused of?
I did.
And what did she say to that?
She said she did. It was to keep her grandkids, but it wasn't supposed to go that far.
Okay, so she said she did do it, and she did it to keep her grandkids.
What? Joe Snowman, you're going to fight me? That's going to be a losing fight on your end, friend. She did it to keep her grandkids, but she didn't expect it to go that far. What does that even mean? You asked people to kill him. How far did you expect it to go? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. I think she didn't expect to get caught. Maybe that's what she meant by that. She didn't expect for it to come back to her because they hired criminals to do this. Good morning, Leslie asks, exactly, you don't pay $100,000 to have somebody roughed up. And by the way, in case you didn't know this, and in case you haven't watched this on my other, I think it's on part 3 of my Wendy series, she paid $50,000 to other hitmen before Sigfredo and Luis. Paid $50,000 to other hitmen, prepaid them because that was a dumb choice on her part. Prepaid these hitmen, and guess what? They didn't go and kill Dan. Why? Because they didn't want a murder charge. They took her $50,000 and they sinked into the bushes like Homer Simpson, and she never saw them again.
Yes.
But she didn't expect it to go this far.
Yes.
Did Donna Adelson ever ask if you were ever in custody with a woman named Catherine Magbanwa?
Yes, she did.
And were you ever in custody with Catherine McBanois?
Yes.
Was that several years ago?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, Joe, because I would hate to see you have to be beat up in front of your friends by a girl. That would be sad for you. That would be sad for you. And it wouldn't just be a physical beatdown. I can hurt people in places that you can't heal from. You go low, I go lower. Don't come for me.
And about how long were you in custody with McBanois for?
About a year or two.
Now, did you tell Donna Adelson that? Did you let her know that you had been in custody with McBanois?
Yes.
Since you had been in custody with McBanois, once Donna Adelson knew that, what did Donna Adelson want you to do?
She wanted me to say that McBanois told me when we killed him, I knew my boyfriend's parents had money.
Okay, so basically, she and some other people did this crime, and they did it because her boyfriend's parents had money.
Yes.
Who did she want you to tell that to?
She wanted me to tell it to whoever came up and asked me about it, and the investigators.
Okay. Did she offer you anything in exchange for you providing that information?
Yes.
What did she offer you?
A trailer and some land, and she would have her husband fix my teeth.
Okay. So, like, if you got out of custody, she'd help you buy a trailer and land?
Yes.
And that her husband could fix your teeth?
Yes.
Like veneers?
Yes.
Now, was any of that true as far as did McBanois ever say those things to you?
No, she did not.
Did Donna Adelson give you other gifts while in custody?
Yes.
Like what?
She would buy canteen, and she would bring it over to my bed.
What's canteen?
Canteen is food that we buy off commissary.
Okay. It's kind of like chips and candy and other.
I knew when Donna was first talking about, oh, I was having hobby buy all this extra food. It's just because I was being extorted in jail. My whole family, we can't even turn around without getting extorted. And I didn't tell him what it was for. And I just said, hobby, I need some extra food. I need some noodles. I need some chips. I don't eat that stuff. It's just sitting in my bunk. It's just sitting in my bunk. That was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Good morning, Precious Gem. Precious Gem says 100% Donna was set up by law enforcement with these two. There's no coincidence that both these ladies were in the same pod with Katie. Okay, so the way the jail system works is lower, so people who aren't a major threat get housed together. These were pods that had 150 plus women in them sometimes. They were switching quite often. So yes, the likelihood of both of these women being in jail with Katie, I think is good. But I don't even know if this one specifically, and I can't remember her testimony just because my mind is like broken from Friday. I know that Drina was in the pod with Katie, but I'm not entirely sure if this one was. But yeah, I mean, the likelihood of these girls knowing each other is very good. Is very good. Carol asks, what convinces me that Wendy will soon be arrested? Okay. This is an election year for Jack Campbell. One. He works for the people. People obviously have been out for Wendy's head for quite some time, okay? They would not be dropping all these breadcrumbs about Wendy if they did not have a plan to arrest her, okay? I am certain of that. They would not be giving all this evidence that directly points to Wendy. And trust me, This is not all Georgia has. I've been saying this forever, since my very first Wendy video, since before then even. They have evidence that we have never seen. They have evidence that we will not see. Evidence. That's what we'll call it from now on. They have evidence that we will not see until court. I mean, everybody was saying, and lawyers especially, like lawyers on YouTube saying, oh, they don't have enough to charge Wendy. Based on what? On what you know right now? Like, as a lawyer specifically, you should know that evidence is not brought out until court. Like, almost always. How many new things have we seen in this? And we thought we knew everything about Donna. They brought in new stuff about Charlie during his trial. Like, they would not be showing us all this stuff and putting all this intel out there if they were not planning on arresting Wendy. And yeah, maybe she'll flee the country. I think that would be the dumbest thing she could do, because I mean, yeah, she could have a private plane and, she could be taken out, which I don't know why the freaking Adelsons didn't do that. Like, charter a plane to get the hell out of Dodge, at least get to an airport outside of the United States. But who the hell knows? They're idiots. I mean, yeah, there's a potential that she'll try to leave the country, but that's only going to make it worse for her, because that just shows, that just shows that she's guilty, just like Donna's, fleeing shows consciousness of guilt. It's the dumbest thing you can do. Victoria in Miami says, great video you made yesterday. I emailed you because Patty was wanting to see a short made with the defense turtle and horsey, asking the judge for just a moment, please. If I made a video just of all the times they asked for just a moment, it'd be 8.5 hours long. They're literally never, ever ready. Okay.
Things that
And noodles and stuff like that.
Okay. But it costs money to buy those things?
Yes.
Okay. But she would buy those or extra and she'd give it to you?
Yes.
Now, did you...
100% PLN. I think she has been building a case against Wendy. I think the only reason why Wendy hasn't been arrested yet, agree, Tracy, she has a case against Wendy. The only reason why Wendy has not been gotten yet is, and everybody thinks it's because of the kids. It has nothing to do with the kids. I feel like the main reason why Wendy hasn't been gotten is because she is a great witness for the state. She puts the motive out in such a succinct way, with all the shit that she has said about Dan, with, her driving up to the crime scene. They can only bring in evidence if they have a witness to testify for that evidence. That's why when we are looking at, the wiretaps, we are seeing the FBI agent who is associated with them. That's why when we had the script, Drina Bernhardt has to be up there to introduce the script. Well, with Wendy being a witness, we get to hear about this drive to the crime scene not once but twice. We get to hear it from Officer Brannon, who has no reason to lie, who wrote a report the day of everything that happened and has a full-on account of what happened on that day and saw Wendy drive right up to the crime scene. And then we have Wendy telling a completely different story. And she does have reason to lie. She does have reason to, try to hide what she's doing. And, that's that. If, you got to remember too, she's only testifying because she's under a state subpoena. So the state had to give her something to testify. If she had been locked up, it would have been no difference, except the state would have had to give her a deal, more than likely, to testify. This is why we've never seen Sigfredo on the stand. He was arrested. He doesn't need to testify. He won't testify. It's his right. Wendy would have never testified if she was the first one arrested. Never, ever, ever would she have come up on the stand. And if she would have had to been given a disgustingly sweet deal. And as much as we don't like waiting the 11 plus years to see Wendy arrested, I would rather see us wait 11, 12 years and then see her rot the rest of her life in prison, rather than see her do 5, 10, 15 years because we needed her testimony after she was arrested. Georgia knows exactly what she's doing. She has a case against Wendy. She's had a case against Wendy. I mean, she's been dropping the hints in everything. You know, the amount of times that she's asked about the WhatsApp communication. All this is for a reason. And just so you know, yes, Wendy has use and limited use immunity, which means anything she says cannot be used against her. And also, if she gives us new information that the state didn't have already, they can't start an investigation based on this information. So say Wendy says something that they don't know about. They can't then run and go find out about the thing that she just said. That's what the derivative use immunity is. But, and this is a big but, she has lied on the stand every single time. And guess what? Once you commit perjury, your use and limited use immunity means jack shit. She does not have it anymore. She is just, I mean, this is a whole song and dance. So everything she has said can be used against her. Not like she tells the truth. Not like we can't pull up her actual words from emails, text, phone calls, whatever else that they have on her. But yeah, her immunity basically meant nothing to begin with and really means nothing after she is continually lied up on the stand. And you don't even need to compare that to anything with the exception of her past testimonies. I mean, I've literally shown, and now I need to add, well, I think I can't, I'm literally working on like 6 or 7 videos right now. So I am getting confused with what I'm working on and what I've actually published. But I need to add in her, you know, now 4th time of saying, you know, what her visit to the crime scene is. Did I put that in? I think that might be, I don't remember, guys. I'm sorry. My mind is blown. But yeah, she's a liar. She's not protected anymore. She was barely protected to begin with, but they had to give her something to do this. And you know what? In every single trial, and especially the ones that have been against Charlie and Donna, Wendy has to be protected under this immunity, like little immunity nest. And they had Rob go right behind her. Did Rob need immunity to testify? No. And the jury is going to realize that. And the jury is going to realize, well, there's probably a reason why she is demanding to get this sort of protection before she testifies. Like, clearly, if you did nothing wrong, Rob, why would you need any sort of protection to testify? Why would you need a caveat or a gift to testify? You wouldn't. You wouldn't. Good morning, Jackson Rip Holmes. Okay, so back to our lovely lady, Patricia.
Ever speak to her attorneys or investigators who came to the jail to see what information that you had?
Yes,
Okay. Do you remember whether you spoke to a man or a woman?
it was a woman.
Did you tell them the information you told us today?
I did.
Did you tell them that that information that Meg Banois said was true or not true?
It was not true.
Okay. But that Donna Adelson wanted you to say that?
Yes, ma'am.
Who else did those people for the defense who came to see who may have information, who else did they speak to?
They spoke to Lindsay Knight and Brittany Purcell and Cassidy Conroy.
Did they speak to Drina Bernhardt?
Yes, they did.
Did you tell your attorney what was going on as far as Donna Adelson wanting you to provide this information that was not true?
I'm not sure if I told him.
I'm talking about your attorney.
My attorney?
Yeah. Did you tell your attorney at some point?
Yes.
Okay. Once you told your attorney that, did an investigator from the state attorney's office come speak to you to get more information about what happened?
They did.
And did you tell him everything that you told us today?
I did.
Just a second.
No further questions.
Cross-examination.
Just want to go right.
Joe asks, do you think that she worked out a deal with the prosecutor, her and her lawyer? Nope, absolutely not. She has nothing to offer. She is the last of the Mohicans. She is the last one to get arrested, with the exception of Harvey, which I think, obviously, I think they would be able to charge Harvey with obstruction, witness tampering, obstruction of evidence, but I don't know particularly if they have enough on Harvey to get him under the murder one. But there is absolutely no way in fresh hell that Wendy will get a deal with from Georgia and Jack Campbell. She has nothing to offer. This is probably another reason why they're waiting till the very end, because she won't be able to pull a plea. What's she going to give to them to get a plea? I mean, when they offered Katie McBanawa a plea, it was roll on Charlie and we'll give you a plea. Well, Wendy has nothing to offer. I mean, besides, maybe a BJ in the parking lot, but I don't think Georgia will go for that. And Carol says, Jackie, Georgia is ready to prosecute Wendy, but Jack Campbell may pull the pin. Do you think he will? I absolutely do not think he will. I think that as much as Willie Meggs was in the pocket of the Adelsons, and I am almost certain that that is the reason why he did not prosecute them, I don't think Jack Campbell is running in the same boat. And if he was, I don't think Charlie would have been tried, and I don't think that Donna would be being tried either. So no, there's Wendy is backed up against the wall right now. She is in between a rock and a hard place, and I don't see a world where she is going to get out of this. Is she going to try? Of course, because she's a skeevy, conniving little asshole. But is it going to happen? No, I do not think so at all. Like, I just don't see a world in which Wendy does not get. I don't think we're going to get out of the month of September without seeing Wendy in handcuffs. And I personally cannot wait for it. Cannot wait for it. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to play Drina's testimony. Okay, so basically their cross is, well, didn't you say the lady that questioned you was white? Which she probably thought they were asking about frickin' Georgia or something. And also if she said one time or she said two times, oh my gosh, JKC, thank you so much. Holy cow. JKC just gifted 50 memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That is so generous. Well, look at everybody's name is going to pop up who got a membership from JKC. Thank you so much. Oh, we're going to be able to add some new emojis, guys. Thank you so much. That is so generous of you. Wow, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So yeah, the cross was nonsense, it was nothing. Didn't you say twice and now you're saying once for being questioned? Just nonsense, absolutely nonsense. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to Drina, the jail daughter, and then I will be back with you.
Please raise your right hand, Ms. Brunhard. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can take your seat. Please speak loudly and clearly. You can adjust the microphone if you need to.
Yeah, please say your name and spell your name.
Drina Bernhardt, DrinaBernhardt.
Ms. Bernhardt, are you currently incarcerated in the Leon County Jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And are you currently on 2 different felony cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. On the first case I want to ask you about is the VOP, or violation of probation case. Is that one of your open cases?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that a 2nd-degree felony punishable by up to 15 years in prison?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then also a 3rd-degree felony is also pending, punishable by up to an additional 5 years. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
right? Okay. And are both of those cases totally unrelated to the murder case that we're here about in this courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I want to ask if you've been promised anything by myself or any member of my team in exchange for your testimony here today.
No, ma'am.
So any leniency or any help with your case, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Has anyone promised you anything?
No.
Okay. Is this your first stint in the Leon County Jail?
No, it's not.
Have you been in and out of jail quite a few times?
I have.
Okay. Do you have 27 prior convictions involving either felonies or crimes of dishonesty?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you recently incarcerated in the Leon County Jail with Donna Adelson?
Yes, I was.
And did you become friendly with her during the time that y'all were both in the jail together?
Yes.
How long were you together in the jail?
I can't remember exactly, maybe around 4 months.
All right, were you in the same pod that whole 4 months?
Yes.
And when you're in the pod together in jail, is it easier to become friendly than it is on the outside?
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, we're together 24/7, so.
All right, can you describe your friendship with Mrs. Adelson?
Yes, initially it was very nice. She actually called me her jail daughter, and she and I got close. And how much more detail do you want?
Well, by close, did you talk to each other about personal things, like your
Yes.
life?
Yes.
Okay. And did she have a nickname for you besides her jail daughter?
Yes, Sunshine.
Did she paint pictures for you and write notes to you and things like that?
Yes, ma'am.
And approach and show you what I've marked as State's Exhibit 61. Is this one of the pieces of art and letters that she wrote to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge asked to move into evidence, State 61.
Any objection?
There you are.
State 61 is the note.
Permission to publish.
You may.
So is this her initials down here?
Yes, ma'am.
And on the back, is that a little note to you?
Yes, it is.
Dear Drina, I hope your life will be filled with love, joy, and flowers. You deserve only the best because you are the best. Love, Donna. Is that what you wrote?
Yes.
And did you return this type of favor and make little art and things for her as well?
Probably, yes.
Did she ever talk to you about her grandchildren?
Yes, she did.
And did she tell you anything about the type of relationship that she had specifically with the children of the deceased in this case?
Yes, she said she was very close with them, and every now and then she would call them her children.
Okay, and I want to ask you about whether Mrs. Adelson, during the time that y'all were friendly, ever discussed her case with you.
Yes.
Okay, and was her bringing up her case something that she did a lot, or was it only one time?
It was often.
Okay, so it was something that she was
Doing
talking
a lot.
about daily.
Yes.
Okay, and was it a bunch of different aspects of her case she would talk about, or only one thing?
It was different aspects.
At some point, did you end up reaching out to law enforcement to report some of the things that she had been saying to you about her case?
Yes, I did.
And why did you do that?
Well, initially I did it for selfish reasons, but more that I spent time with Dawn, I realized that it was morally correct and I wanted to get justice for the Markel family.
Okay, so you felt it was the right thing to do, but you were also hoping to get something out of it.
Yes.
And what kind of thing were you hoping to get out of it?
Just help, lighter sentence, maybe rehab.
Okay, and are you still hoping that might be the outcome for you?
Maybe, but right now I'm more interested in justice for the Markell family.
Did Donna Adelson ever talk to you when she was talking about her case? Did she ever mention any concerns about the testimony of her son, Rob Adelson?
She did. She said she was extremely worried about his testimony.
Okay, so that was something that she brought up often or only
Yeah.
one time?
A few times.
Okay. Did she ever mention to you a state witness by the name of Catherine Magbanoa?
Yes.
And was Ms. Magbanoa somebody that was known to you?
Yes, I knew Miss Magbanoa from being locked up with her years before.
And how did she first bring up Magbanoa to you, or did you bring Magbanoa up to her?
I can't remember exactly how it was brought up. I just know that it was brought to her attention.
Brought to her attention that you knew Magbanoa?
Yeah.
Okay. And at some point, did the defendant try to recruit you to become a witness for her in this case?
Yes.
How did she first approach you about that?
She asked me if I would be willing to do it, and I said yes.
Okay. And was this topic discussed one time or more than one time?
More than once.
How many times can you estimate? A lot?
A lot, yes.
Okay. And what is it that she wanted you to testify about?
She wanted me to testify about numerous different things about Kay, mostly about Miss Magbanoa.
And Miss Magbanoa, you knew her by the nickname Kay?
Yes.
Okay. And so she had some things she wanted you to say about Kay.
Correct.
At some point, did she prepare a script for you of exactly what she wanted you to testify to?
She did.
I'm going to approach and show you what I've marked as State's Exhibit 62. Do you recognize State 62?
I do.
Is this the script that was prepared for you by Ms. Adelson?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, moving evidence, State 62.
An objection.
No objection.
State 62 is admitted.
May I publish?
You may.
Whose notebook is this?
That's mine.
And whose handwriting is this on this first page?
That's Donna's, Miss Adelson.
Okay, so she wrote this in your notebook?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is it you were supposed to do with this information?
I was supposed to study it and answer it correctly on the stand for her.
So this is what she wanted you to say in court.
Yes, ma'am.
So for example, how did you know Donna Adelson? You were supposed to say everyone knew her. She's been on the news. I've seen and heard about this on TV shows and read it in the newspaper over the years.
Correct.
Do you read the newspaper?
I'm sorry, but does it not just show how absolutely self-absorbed and narcissistic that Donna is? That they say, how do you know Donna? And Donna writes, oh, everybody knows Donna. She's the coolest girl in jail. Like, so incredibly cringy. Good morning, Michelle Dematius. I'm probably butchering the hell out of your last name. Good morning, A Obsidian. JKC, thank you again so much for the new members. It hasn't all updated on my end yet, but we should be able to get another emoji or two in once everything gets caught up. But yeah, everybody knew Donna. She was the coolest girl in jail. We all wanted to be her friend. We saw her on the news and we read about her in the paper and we're like, oh my gosh, she's coming to our jail. We can't wait to meet Donna. She's so famous. Like, give me a freaking break. She just like exudes main player energy 100%. It's insane.
No.
Okay. Did you know much about her or her case prior to coming in contact with her in the Leon County Jail?
No, ma'am.
And what were you supposed to do with this physical script?
I was supposed to copy it down and give it back to her.
Okay, copy it into your own handwriting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you provide this item to my office?
Yes, ma'am.
And was it copied and returned to you?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do with it once you returned with the original to the Leon County Jail?
Return it to her.
I'm gonna go down a paragraph here. This says that you approached Mrs. Adelson and told her you had information about Kay that you wanted to give her. Is that true?
No.
This says that Kay told you that she told Charlie on the night of the murder that some friends of hers went to Tallahassee and killed him. Did Kay ever tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. She asked him to give her the 1/3 of $1 million that he was going to pay his sister so that she could relocate with her children to Miami. He went crazy on her. He said that he was that was going to be an offer to his brother-in-law not to kill him. Did Kay ever say any of that to you?
No, ma'am.
And then over here continues, but she convinced him that the murderers think a woman is paying for this. They don't know Charlie. She told him she wouldn't tell her friends who he is. She can keep him safe. So she was, according to this story, extorting money out of Charlie, but he didn't know it. He thought she was his friend, but really she was his enemy. Is that the deal?
Yes, I suppose that's what it's supposed to be.
All right, and did Catherine McDaniel ever say any of that to you?
No.
Do you know, are you familiar at all with Charlie Adelson's trial or his trial testimony?
No,
We all know Charlie. He's the coolest guy in jail. We all wanted to be his jail girlfriends. Everybody was sending him love letters, and he was writing back XOXO, the maestro. Like, look at Donna's face here. My favorite. And look at Jackie Fulford. She's like, oh my God, we are so fucked. We couldn't be more fucked if we tried. My favorite part, though, is coming up. I get the biggest kick out of any time the camera guy gets either... It was my favorite when Georgia and Wendy would be in the same frame at the same time. But now Georgia comes up and she's reading part of this script to Drina, and she's standing, like, this had to have been like a planned thing to put this projector like right here in front of Donna, because she starts reading out this script and you could just see Donna like stewing in the back, and she's like, just couldn't even be more mad. Nina Robinson, that was JKC. He gifted 50 memberships for everybody. Hi, Gen X. Oh my God, it is just too much. It's too funny. Okay, let's continue.
There's a part on here that says, here, she laughed about how easy it was to extort, and extort is underlined. Did you underline that, or did Mrs. Adelson underline that?
I didn't underline it.
Okay. How easy it was to extort him for the money. He wouldn't have to take her out to a fancy dinner. She could buy plenty of fancy dinners with the $1/3 of $1 million. She said she fooled her baby daddy and she fooled Charlie. Sigfredo would do anything for her, and he did. All right, so again, sorry to keep asking the same question, but did Kay say any of this to
No.
you? Okay. Charlie was scared and easy to extort. What a stupid fool. He believed her that she was keeping him safe from the killers. Ha ha, what a joke. Is that the type... Is that the
Please, hold on.
type of language that Catherine McDaniel would use?
No.
Do you know her well enough to tell this jury that she wouldn't say something like, you know, what a stupid fool, ha ha, what a joke?
Yeah, she wouldn't.
I'm sorry. This shot right here, right after Georgia says, do you know Katie well enough that she wouldn't say, ha ha, what? It's just so stupid. I can't even talk about how stupid it is that she would say, ha ha, what a joke, what a stupid fool he is. And Donna's look behind her of utter embarrassment and shame. It was like, shit, instead of looking up what extortion meant, I should have looked up how gangsters talk. Or maybe watched, like, Boys in the Hood before I got arrested and had to write this. And Jackie Fulford's just face of, like, utter confusion of, like, how in the hell are we supposed to defend this shit? And Georgia literally just reading out the most embarrassing frickin' thing you could ever write, pretending that you're, like, being a gangster. Ha ha ha! What a fool! I surely tricked him! Sigfredo would do anything for me! Charlie is a fool! Sigfredo is a fool! They are all just foolish mortals! Like, what is wrong with her? I cannot even handle it, guys. Oh my god. Good morning, Gila. Good morning, Jimmy Jones. It's so stupid. It just freaking cracks me up. I don't think those are veneers. I think those are her actual real teeth. Georgia's face when she's like, do you know Katie well enough to know that she would never say, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, stupid fools, I tricked them all. Like, what a fucking idiot.
Talk like that.
But that's what Mrs. Adelson wanted you to come in and tell this jury.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, good morning, RD, RGZ. Guys, I have no words. In what universe do you think that one, the layaway payment plan is gonna freaking go over with anybody, and two, the most ridiculous thing that you could ever say in the history of the land? I mean, I'm surprised she wasn't like those dirty scoundrels. They would do anything, see? I tricked them all. I'm the foolish one. I tricked them with my feminine wiles, see? I have double D's now. You can't resist me now.
Did she give you anything or promise you anything in exchange for reciting this script?
While I was in jail, I received packages and phone calls, and I was promised things as well.
What type of packages?
Packages are in jail just like a bunch of basically gas station food, but it's exciting when you're in jail.
Okay, and what about phone calls? What do you mean by that?
Just the phone calls are very expensive from jail, so she would let me use her phone to call my mother and other people.
Okay, and you said she promised you other things in the future. What other types of things?
$10,000, a grand piano.
Do you know how massive grand pianos are? Have you ever seen a grand piano in real life? They're like 9 feet long. I don't think I've ever lived in a house that is big enough to house a grand piano in. Unless you just completely have a room that's, and that's usually where a grand piano would be. And usually a grand piano isn't even for like in a residential home. Like it's for an orchestra. Usually you would have a baby grand piano, which are still still a massive piece of furniture. Who is going to move this? Is Harvey going to move it? Is she going to get movers to move it? I just don't. Where is she going to get said grand piano? Is she just going to, because literally, if you go on Marketplace, if you spend any time on Marketplace, people are literally giving pianos away left and right. Do you know why? Because they weigh 13 bajillion pounds and they don't want to move them out of their house. They just want this gone. What in the history of the land? This goes back to just Donna's completely out of touch with reality. Is she thinking like, oh, this girl will think the lap of luxury is having a grand piano? You're certainly rich now. You have a grand piano in your trailer. What in the hell? What in the hell? Oh my God, it's just me, Cherie. I know. What is she going to do with a grand piano? Where is she going to put a grand piano? Not even what is she going to do with that? Obviously, you would play a piano. I understand what a piano does. Where are you going to put said piano? And yes, that was the first thing that we talked about, was Jackie being late because of this sleeping pill that she took. I don't believe it. Good morning, Harry. Oh my God, I have to catch my breath. This is just too funny. This whole, and after this, after we get through the clips that I want to show, I want to go ahead and watch the video that I made about what's her face calling everybody a sunshine. Good morning, Brandy. Oh my God, it's just too much. Good morning, LP Travels and Other Things. And Harry E, did I say good morning to you? Because if I didn't, good morning. And if I did, good morning twice.
What else?
She promised me cameras, but
none of that came to fruition.
no.
Okay. And what about pills? Did she mention anything to you?
Does she not seem a little upset that she didn't get that camera though? And it is not lost on me that one of the first pictures they show when they have the guy come in that did the search warrant is a picture of a camera. Were they getting that ready to send to Drina in jail?
You about pills?
Yes, said if I needed pills, that I could call a doctor named, I think, Obed. I think that's his name.
Good morning, Colleen. It's okay to be late because this is not court. And I'm glad that you didn't, take your Ambien at 4 a.m. and think that you could be up in time. Okay, if you don't know who Dr. Obed is or what his connection is, Dr. Obed was Charlie's roommate for many, many years. And Dr. Obed is also on the state's witness list. So I am very curious. Of course, Harvey was going to do the veneers. Hello? Who else? Harvey was going to do the veneers. Drina was going to get out. And you know what? The the defense tries to come up and they try to, they try to, like make both of these girls look like they're pieces of garbage because they're in jail. 1, your client's in jail. 2, your client's in jail for murder 1, solicitation, and a conspiracy. Okay? She's in jail for drugs.
Mama,
Which one is worse? You tell me.
milky.
The murderer. Okay? Hold on. We're not doing milkies right now. Say good. No. Say hello to everybody. Say hello. Say Juicy Baby here. Can you say you are my sunshine?
No.
She was eating a popsicle. Okay. Let's go ahead and listen to the rest of this.
Okay. And
Yes.
that person would write you some prescriptions?
Yes, ma'am.
And why would you be in need of prescription medication?
I'm a recovering drug addict.
Did she tell you that if you were to be released, that you could make these phone calls, including this phone call to Dr. Obed?
Yes.
Okay, and how were you going to get these other items, like the $10,000?
The money would be through something called Zelle.
Okay, and who was going to send the money through Zelle?
Harvey.
That's her husband, Harvey Adelson?
Yes.
And how are you supposed to contact Harvey Adelson?
Through a phone app called Signal.
Okay, had you ever heard of the phone app Signal before?
No, ma'am.
Okay, one moment, please, Your Honor. No further questions at this time, Judge.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor, just a moment.
About the extortion in September of 2014.
Yes.
All right, can we move on to the next paragraph? I have a couple of questions about that. Okay, in this middle paragraph and in this final paragraph, is the word extort used twice?
Yes.
Okay, and then at the bottom, haha is written out.
It is, yes.
Looking at the word, the first time we see the word extort on this page, is that underlined for emphasis?
It appears to be yes.
Okay, when did Donna Adelson first learn of the meaning of the word extortion?
Guys, this is too much. They ask when Donna first learned the meaning of extortion. Donna Googled extortion. Donna had to Google what extortion meant and the difference between extortion and blackmail. Good morning, Hazel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jackie. Everyone hit that like button and subscribe, please. I appreciate that very much. Donna literally Googles extortion, and I cannot. I can't. I mean, you can't even make this up. Like, I can't handle it.
Well, we know that there was a search from the web history of that forensic examination, and I can move to that now, that was in October of 23. That is reference to extortion versus blackmail.
Okay, and what date was that search made?
Again, October 16th of 2023.
Was that about a week before Charlie Adelson's trial began?
It is, yes.
That she's looking up the difference between extortion and blackmail?
Correct.
And that would be even though, according to his testimony, he and his mother had been being extorted since 2014.
Correct.
All right, after Donna Adelson's phone was seized on November 13th of 2023, were we able to extract the data through a Cellbrite report?
We were, yes.
And from the phone in her possession, was there evidence that Donna Adelson and Wendy Adelson were talking about Charlie's trial and verdict as it was happening.
Yes.
What date did Charlie Adelson's opening statements begin on October 24th of 2023?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be the first day of the trial when there was an opening statement and the state started calling their first witnesses. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then what day did Charlie Adelson testify in his defense in that case?
November 2nd.
All right, and in this conversation between Donna Adelson and Wendy Adelson, did Donna Adelson agree that Charlie Adelson's testimony about being extorted was the truth, that he was telling the truth?
She did, yes.
Okay, can we see that exchange?
Yes.
Now, right before this exchange, did Wendy Adelson send a prayer hands emoji?
Yes.
Okay, and then what was Donna Adelson's response to that?
That we shouldn't have to pray, he's telling the truth, protected his little sister for years, differs through this, and now what? Prayer hands.
And then
Oh, Wendy. Guys, let me reread this text if you don't have ears yourself. Good morning, Brian. Okay. Wendy, this is when this is the day that Charlie's trial is done. Closing statements have been made. Wendy sends Donna the prayer hands emoji, okay? Or the high five emoji, however you want to look at it. Donna says, "We shouldn't have to pray. He's telling the truth. Protected his little sister for years. Suffers through this. And now what? Prayer hands?" So Donna's basically saying, you ungrateful little bitch, you went into that trial, and she says right on the stand to Georgia that Donna told her how to act at Charlie's trial, and that Donna was disappointed that Wendy did not back up Charlie enough. Okay, so Donna's already disappointed in Wendy. That Wendy is basically letting Charlie go down, which, what are you doing, Donna? What are you doing? You had just as big of a hand in this freaking crime as Charlie. And when he was arrested, as a mother, if you wanted him not to suffer, you should have gone to the police and said, "It was me. Release my son. He had nothing to do with it. It was me. I will take the blame. I will take the rap. I'm 75 years old," or however old she was at the time, 74, whatever. "I'm going to be the one that takes the rap for this." Not only did you not take the rap for Charlie, not only did you not even have the decency to show up at his trial, but then the very second that he was convicted, you started making plans to get the fuck out of the country, all while talking to Charlie as if nothing is wrong, as if things are going well. Charlie's even like in one of the conversations, he's like, "Oh, thank you so much for talking to me. It always makes me feel better to talk to you guys." And Donna's like, "Oh, well, you don't need to thank us, Charlie. You don't need to thank us." And he's like, "No, really, no, I really appreciate it. Like, I can't even tell you how much better it makes me feel to be able to talk to you guys." And she goes, "Oh yeah, fine. She actually says fine. Fine, whatever, yeah. We're always here for you. I know we're making plans to go on a one-way trip to Vietnam. We'll never see you again. I can't handle what you're going through by myself. I don't want to be held responsible. I don't want to be held accountable. But we're getting the fuck out of Dodge, and you just enjoy prison life. And I know we're the only ones sending you commissary money, but hopefully that'll somehow work out. Hopefully Wendy will get a hot and start sending you some money, Charlie."
And does she clarify that she meant suffers, not differs?
Yes.
Okay, so what date was this text sent on?
Again, November 6th of 2023.
So this would have been about 4 days after Charlie Adelson's testimony.
Correct.
But before a verdict was rendered in the case.
That's correct.
It says that he's telling the truth. protected his little sister for years. Was Robert Adelson a witness in Charlie Adelson's trial? Was he called by either the state or the defense?
He was not.
Okay. So the only person that Wendy Adelson was a little sister of who testified in Charlie Adelson's trial was Charlie Adelson then.
That's correct.
And here she's saying he's telling the truth. Is that right?
Yes.
Was that the only time that she said that Charlie Adelson's defense was the truth during that trial?
It is not.
Okay, can you show us all the messages where she's letting people know that it's the truth? Okay, so she's sending these messages to different friends or family members saying, finally the truth is out?
That is correct. All of these messages were sent in a relatively short time frame to various friends. And
Yeah, I think John Lauro is there to see what else is being dropped. Enough new information came in while Wendy was on the stand, so he has got to be there to see what else is coming out to implicate Wendy. There's no way in fucking hell they can't know that the hammer is about to fall. There is no way. Yes, the transcript of the trial of her testimony has been requested, has been published. So I cannot.
associates.
Okay. Were there more messages than just this?
There were.
Okay. And so she's seeing if people are watching more about it being the truth. Is that right?
Yes.
It says Dan just proved extortion. Was Dan Rashbaum Charlie Adelson's attorney at trial?
He was, yes.
Besides these things, I mean, what else did Donna Adelson say? Or did she say anything else to Wendy Adelson? Okay, thank you. Okay, here is she asking someone to watch opening because the truth is out.
That's correct.
All right. What else does Donna Adelson say to Wendy Adelson about this extortion defense?
She says that she's sorry this has been our life for so many years. It has been torture, but your lawyer didn't want you to know what happened. I think if you did, our relationship and your with Charlie would have been much different. I hope he knew what he was doing. Your testimony was crucial. Let's see what a jury does to him.
What do you think was redacted here? Hillbilly? Backwoods? Something derogatory about Tallahassee was redacted out of this chunk of the text, I guess. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of emphasis about the fact that, you know, they all thought Tallahassee was a bunch of, you know, hillbilly backwoods hicks that had, you know, wheat sticking out of their mouths and only walked around in, you know, ripped overalls and no underwear. But something was here. I would love to see this unredacted text.
And to the rest of us, you know I'm next, but that won't happen. I'll take care of that.
What date is that? Or was that sent? What date was that sent?
November 1st of 23.
So she's saying she hasn't told Wendy about this extortion defense because Wendy's attorney didn't want her to.
Correct.
And it might affect their relationship.
Yes.
Well, that's exactly why it's prejudicial. There was also another, it was either a text or email talking when Donna calls. There was a judge that Wendy was going to. I think it was the relocation judge. And this was brought up in the very beginning of the trial that Donna said something about her being, you know, just some Southern black woman or something derogatory against this, you know, judge, obviously, you know, racist. And they kept that out mainly because there's two black jurors. The one black female juror, I guess, is an alternate, but there's a black male juror as well. And so that was kept out.
Did we look in the cell phone reports and records to see whether there was any phone evidence of Charlie Adelson being extorted by McBanois or Garcia or Rivera?
Okay, this is kind of all old information. They just go and show how, Wendy and Charlie were obviously friendly forever and ever and ever. But what I want to go ahead and look, and this will be the last thing that we look at in this trial. So Donna, it's at the very end of the day, and you got to see the look on Donna's face, because I think Donna at this point, she realizes that these two aren't doing anything for her. I feel like she's kind of gotten a little relationship with the paralegal here, but she looks over at the paralegal. It's right after she stands up and she looks at the paralegal and she goes, like, well, I'm fucked. Like, there's no other way to interpret this. Watch this look on her face.
Room for right now.
Watch this. It's right now. Here, I'll back it up so you can see it one more time.
Room for right now.
Yeah, that's all, folks. That's all she wrote, Donna. I mean, what can even be done with that? What can even be done? Nothing. Nothing can be done. This is a massacre. There's nothing that Feedbag Fulford or Turtley Zellman can do with this evidence. I mean, there's just too much against her. There's no way she's getting out of this. There's no way. There's nothing that they can say against this evidence that will even begin to show reasonable doubt. Wendy can't roll on anybody, though. Once all these people are convicted, that's it. You can't double convict them. Like, okay, great that Wendy says everybody was in on it. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. They're already in. Charlie's in prison for life. Donna's about to be in prison for life. Wendy can't say anything. Wendy can't gift anybody anything except to potentially say Harvey is in on it. But they still need to have corroborating evidence for that as well. Everybody knows she's fucked. The lawyers know, Donna knows, the jury knows. It's unreal. Okay. So I uploaded 2 videos over the weekend, and they're both pretty short. They're both under 7 minutes long. So I want to go ahead and play these 2, and then I want to go and go over to Tanika's 2 Cents, her channel, and watch the Charlie's jail transport video together.
Did you communicate with any?
And then we'll probably go ahead and call it a day, because I have a video that I'm working on right now that I would like to have. I'm pretty close. I probably have a couple more hours of work on this video. I say that, and then I work on it for like 6 more weeks. But I genuinely probably have a few more hours of work on this video. And then if I get done with it tonight, I will put up to do a live premiere with everybody. And now that I have a setup, I can actually be here, in person, instead of just in the chat, and we can watch the premiere of that together. I think right now it's about 30 minutes long. It'll probably end up being a little bit longer after. Thank you, Tracy. Have a good one. It'll probably be a little bit longer because I have a few more clips to add in, but I want to go ahead and watch this first, and then we will go ahead and watch the sunshine video. But this one is Wendy. After 4 trials, after being asked over and over and over, finally admits that she had WhatsApp at the time. And she does it so fast, if you blinked, you would have missed it. But here it goes.
Anyone on WhatsApp or similar technology to relay any information about the murder of your husband?
Absolutely not.
Do you know if your brother Charlie had WhatsApp at the time?
I have no idea.
Did you communicate with him through WhatsApp?
If I had WhatsApp on my phone, then maybe I did. I know I had friends who lived around the world. At that time, WhatsApp was more of a technology used to talk to people internationally. So I know the friend I was talking to was in England. If I had WhatsApp, I would have used it to call him.
Did you know that WhatsApp, the communications are encrypted, they cannot be retrieved by law enforcement? Were you aware of that?
I think they can be retrieved by law enforcement, but it's one of the end-to-end encryption services.
All right, and so you can't tell the jury whether you communicated through WhatsApp at all on the day of the murder?
I don't remember if I had it 8 years ago. I have it now, so we could look and figure out if I had it then, but I don't know.
All right, did you ever communicate with Catherine Magbanua at any time through WhatsApp?
I never communicated with her at all.
Let's talk for a second about WhatsApp, and as an aside here for a second, the government asked you the question if you used WhatsApp, right? You remember that?
I remember them asking me, yes.
On the day that Professor Markel was killed, you went in for the interview, right?
I talked to the police.
And you also gave them your phone for them to inspect.
Absolutely.
All right. So the determination of what, if any, WhatsApp was being used, they would have from the download they did that day of your phone.
Sure.
Now, would you be surprised to learn that your brother used WhatsApp?
No.
You would agree with me that WhatsApp, and you explained it well, is end-to-end encryption.
Correct.
In your lay opinion, if you can explain to the jurors, just in case they don't know, what that means.
I know that it's something we use at my work because essentially it has the ability to keep things more private. I also know that nothing's actually private and that anyone who wants to can uncode the messages. So that's what we tell people at our work.
So the thought is with WhatsApp, if I use my phone and I call somebody, the call could be listened to. If I text somebody, it's recordable, right?
I think so.
But with WhatsApp, you can send messages or have phone calls where there's no record of it.
I don't think that's true. I think there is still a record of it.
But the belief and the thought, I'll withdraw that question. Your lay understanding, though, is that the footprint that it leaves is much less than that of normal communications.
I think it's different, but I think it still leaves a digital footprint that's easily uncodable.
If you were to send a WhatsApp message to Ms. Kaplan, it would show that a message was sent, but it would be hard to get what the content of the message is.
I don't think that's true.
Did you have WhatsApp on your phone at that time?
I don't know if in 2014 I had WhatsApp. Now we use it for all the parent chats at school, so everybody seems to have it, but I don't know if everybody had it back in 2014.
What is WhatsApp?
WhatsApp is kind of an app you would use for texting.
Do you know if your brother Charlie had it at that time?
I have no idea if he had it at that time.
Did you ever communicate with Charlie through WhatsApp?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. If I had it at that time or if I had it later, I probably would have.
It's just not sure.
Yeah.
Did you have any contact of any kind with Catherine Magbanua on the day of Dan Markel's murder?
No.
Did you ever communicate with her through WhatsApp?
No, I never communicated with her at all.
All right, let's talk about, well, you communicated with her on the beach.
I saw her in person, but I'm saying I never texted with her, called her. I never communicated via a device other than in person.
Okay.
Look over there!
Why would Georgia Kappelman waste so much time talking about WhatsApp if it had no relevance? And let's listen to what Katie Magbanua's lawyer said in her opening statement.
And just so you know, the state and the FBI were able to get a copy of Charles Adelson's iCloud account in this case from the year 2012, I believe, all the way up to 2016. And I am talking about every text message, every instant message, every WhatsApp message, even the conversations that he tried to delete. It's all there.
Did you have WhatsApp on your phone at that time?
I did.
All right, and so you can't tell the jury whether you communicated through WhatsApp at all on the day of the murder?
I don't remember if I had it 8 years ago. I have it now, so we could look and figure out if I had it then, but I don't know.
Did you have WhatsApp on your phone at that time?
I don't know if in 2014 I had WhatsApp. Now we use it for all the parent chats at school, so it's everybody seems to have it, but I don't know if everybody had it back in 2014.
Did you have WhatsApp on your phone at that time?
I did.
Did you have WhatsApp on your phone at that time?
I did. I did. I did.
I saw her in person, but I'm saying I never texted with her, called her, I never communicated via a device other than in person.
Okay. What is WhatsApp?
WhatsApp is it's a phone service. It's an app that I use when I talk to people who live in other countries. So it's become very popular. I think I had it at the time. I know I certainly have it now. But it's a device to send messages.
During the time frame that we're talking about, which is around the time of the murder, did you communicate with any of your family members through WhatsApp?
I don't remember using WhatsApp unless they were traveling internationally, because it's a way of making free calls or free texts when, at that time, making long-distance calls on a regular phone would have been very expensive.
Did you ever communicate with Catherine Magbanua through WhatsApp?
I don't remember ever texting her on any platform.
Okay. Did you have any other encrypted platforms on your phone at that time?
At that time, I don't think so. I don't know what existed at that time.
Okay.
Okay, so short and sweet. I've been trying to just get out what's been in my brain just so I don't forget about it, because there's just certain things that come up that I'm like, we need to talk about this. Yeah, the blink rate is insane. Absolutely insane. She is 100% a robot. Oh, and just before I forget, I am going to be doing a live with Judy from AA Legal Focus this Wednesday at 8 o'clock. We are going to be, I believe it's going to be streaming on both of our channels simultaneously. So please tune in for that. I'm excited. So excited to be a guest. I'm considering myself a guest on Judy's channel because I don't really do that. Also, I need to give myself a quick YouTube tutorial for StreamYard before then, but I'm very excited. Yes, she is so sweet. She is so funny. I'm super duper excited. I think that'll be a nice collab. Okay. So this next video, another little quick one. I just inserted her here. There was a guy in the middle that I took out. And I've got her floating on a grand piano. I can't. Okay. So this is showing how many times the frequency that Donna calls people her sunshines, because everybody is Donna's sunshine. Everybody.
Please raise your right hand, Ms. Brunhart. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can take your seat. Please speak loudly and clearly. You can adjust the microphone if you need to.
Yeah, please say your name and spell your name.
Drina Bernhardt, DRINABERNHARDT.
Ms. Bernhardt, are you currently incarcerated in the Leon County Jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and are you in currently on 2 different felony cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on the first case I want to ask you about is the VOP, or violation of probation case. Is that one of your open cases?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that a second-degree felony punishable by up to 15 years in prison?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and then also a third-degree felony is also pending, punishable by up to an additional 5 years. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
right? Okay. And are both of those cases totally unrelated to the murder case that we're here about in this courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I want to ask if you've been promised anything by myself or any member of my team in exchange for your testimony here today.
No, ma'am.
So any leniency?
Jules McCool, hello, first of all. Oh, I like the little bunny in your profile picture. Yeah, Tanika's 2 cents premiered that video last night, so we're going to watch that right after this.
Or any help with your case, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Has anyone promised you anything?
No.
Okay. Is this your first stint in the Leon County Jail?
No, it's not.
Have you been in and out of jail quite a few times?
I have.
Okay. Do you have 27 prior convictions involving either felonies or crimes of dishonesty?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you recently incarcerated in the Leon County Jail with Donna Adelson?
Yes, I was.
And did you become friendly with her during the time that y'all were both in the jail together?
Yes.
How long were you together in the jail?
I can't remember exactly, maybe around 4 months.
All right, were you in the same pod that whole 4 months?
Yes.
And when you're in the pod together in jail, is it easier to become friendly than it is on the outside?
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, we're together 24/7, so.
All right, can you describe your friendship with Mrs. Adelson?
Yes, initially it was very nice. She actually called me her jail daughter, and she and I got close. And how much more detail do you want?
Well, by close, did you talk to each other about personal things, like your
Yes.
life?
Yes.
Okay. And did she have a nickname for you besides her jail daughter?
Yes, Sunshine.
Did she paint pictures for you and write notes to you and things like that?
Yes, ma'am.
And approach and show you what?
The scream that I scrumped when she said sunshine. Guys, I was already in such a state by the time we got to this portion of the trial. And when she said sunshine, I lost it. And it's so funny because the law in Florida that allows so much of everything to be released, like pretty much everything is public record, is called the Sunshine Law. All right.
I marked as State's Exhibit 61. Is this one of the pieces of art and letters that she wrote to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge asked to move into evidence, State 61.
No objection.
There you are.
State 61 is the note.
Did she have a nickname for you besides her jail daughter?
Yes, Sunshine.
Did she have a nickname for you besides her jail daughter?
Yes, Sunshine.
Why in the pleading did Mr. Markell indicate that this supervision was needed?
I'm sorry, could you refresh the...
And Sherry D pointed this out to me. This should be 2023. I had a typo. This is the only bad thing about me trying to release these videos as fast as possible. I don't look them over probably as well as I should. So my apologies for that.
The page, look at 450. Yeah, 450.
Mr. Markell stated that that the children informed him that Grandma says you're stupid, and that she says you're trying to take your sunshines away.
That Grandma, meaning Donna Adelson,
That's correct.
Isn't it in this motion that Dan Markell seeks to enjoin you from allowing your mother from spending time with the kids without supervision?
Can you please show me which page that's on?
450. Do you see a paragraph beginning on 3 specific occasions?
As good as Donna's face was, Charlie's facial expressions when Wendy is on the stand, I have never seen anyone want to choke somebody so bad. There's so many times where he's just like, what the fuck are you doing, Wendy?
Yes, I do.
Could you read that, please?
8A, on 3 specific occasions in November 2013, the children informed Mr. Markell, Abba, Dad, Grandma says you're stupid. When queried as to why Grandma, the maternal grandmother, would say such things, the children replied jointly that it is because she says you are trying to take her sunshines away from her.
In Wendy's senior yearbook, Donna paid for a tribute page for her daughter. In it, they include the expected photos of her as a little girl, as well as some glamour shots, and a sign-off with all their love, Mom, Dad, and Charlie, and one more sentiment. You are the sunshine of our lives.
Does she have a nickname for you besides her jail daughter?
Yes, sunshine.
I also have pictures of all of Wendy's past apartments. This is where she lived in South Beach the summer after Danny's murder. As you can see, this is another picture of the same room, and while the bedding has been changed and 2 of the pictures on the walls have swapped positions.
Also, Sherry D had a question about this. So this 2020 and the 2024 dates that are up here, this is when these pictures were taken. The dates were listed in the bottom from the MLS. And this specific apartment, this has been put into a trust now. This is listed under Wendy Trust.
These 2 remain unchanged.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you.
She says you are trying to take her sunshines away from her.
Does she have a nickname for you besides her jail daughter?
Yes, sunshine.
She is not happy about that. She cannot believe that her jail daughter went up there and betrayed her like that. She can't even handle it. Okay, so let's go. We're going to go to this. I'm going to kind of fast forward through a lot of this because I don't want to take any views away from Tanika. And please, if you wouldn't mind, as soon as we're done here, if you wouldn't mind going over and going over to Tanika's channel and giving her a like on this and a subscribe, because this is exclusive from her channel. She did an excellent job getting this. This is absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to kind of skip through it really quick. Oh, Charlie, little Chari Ferrari. All right, so we'll just watch a few minutes of this, and then I want everybody to go over to her channel and give her a like and subscribe. See, she got a little bean too, snugging up a little bean. Okay, so for those who don't know, this is Charlie getting a little ridey ride back to Tallahassee. He's so excited about the food that he ends up getting, which is frickin' Wendy's. I can't even.
Greg going back with somebody. Going lightly is us. I ain't got no problem with that.
He's literally just waiting for those doors to open so he has somebody to talk to anymore. I was watching this live when she premiered it last night. And Amy was in there. I don't think she appreciated my comment. But everybody's like, he looks so excited. I'm like, yeah, he's for one time not hearing his roommate saying, I have the meat, which is a slogan for Arby's. We have the meat. If you understand, you understand. I know, it's sick. I have a sick sense of humor, but it was so funny.
You know, I said, we do your job, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Right there.
That man spread on Charlie, like a New Yorker.
All right. To me, Charlie looks like he's on something in this. Charlie looks like he is, and from what I hear, it's not hard to get drugs in prison. It's apparently easier even than getting it off the street, but Charlie here, and one of the top comments on this video, hold on, let me see if I can find it because it is so funny. Somebody writes, something to the effect of, why am I not surprised that, the second that they open the door, Charlie's already running his mouth or something like that. It's so funny. Okay, here he goes.
Man, thank you so much, man.
Charlie, we are across the street from the jail. I'll go as slow as I can, but you eat what you. I ain't gonna. You eat it all. I'm not gonna take you out the van until you're done. You good?
That was
Any chance
so
I
nice.
can take one cup off? I'll take the fly and eat.
I'm sorry, but that is so nice of this guy that, he stopped, went through the drive-through with the prison vehicle to get Charlie. I mean, I know Charlie's a murderer, but like the kindness of others, like I never want to overlook that because this guy did not have to be nice like this. And I just thought that was so kind of him and just so like, what a sweet gesture. Does Charlie deserve it? Absolutely not. But my heart goes out to this guy. I thought that was very, very nice.
Sit down.
I got you, Wendy. That doesn't mean you can jump up.
I can take my shirt off too. We'll get there. It's just hot as fuck. Thank you so much, man. Invest.
Go fist bump.
Fist bump.
And he's got his Wendy's. He's about to chow down. So see, here's this, like, it's a small checkered print. In the photo that Joel had, the jacket, he didn't have his arms through the sleeves. He just had it over him, like going through security at airport. Or going through... Yeah, that's right.
The quickness that he throws this down his gullet is, like, insane. I mean, this has got to taste like...
Is that a nugget and some sauce? What kind of sauce, guys?
Oh my God,
barbecue? He's like, oh my God. Prison food must be really bad if Wendy's is tasting that good.
I'm sorry, Wendy's is good. The spicy chicken sandwich.
Or maybe he just hasn't eaten in a while because of the day of travel.
He was so excited.
Go Charlie! Go Charlie!
Oh, to be free in the back of that prison van and eat.
And like fountain soda. Do you think they get fountain soda in jail or it's...
And seriously, it does not. I am not lost on the irony that this guy took him to Wendy's, and I'm sorry that can't be an accident. That cannot be an accident that he took Charlie to Wendy's.
Out of a can, because me, I'm a heavy Diet Coke drinker. Well, not as much because I'm pregnant, but it tastes different when it's out of the fountain. The bubbles are like more effervescent than in the can.
All right, so he just shoved this
But it's
down
probably
his
just
gullet
like
as fast as he can.
the soda, the fries, and whatever the entree is with the Wendy's name.
And then here they are. They're bringing this into the little. It's like got a gate on both sides of the driveway. And escape. Nobody wants Charlie to escape out of this. So you see, there's like two. There's a bay here, and there's this gated door on this side, and then there's one on the other side. So they pull in, they pull through on this. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here because I really want Tanika to get the credit for giving us this joyful, whole, delicious lunch that Charlie's eating. I cannot, guys. I really, really, absolutely cannot. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end today's live. I have a few things to do today. I really want to finish that video. If I do get that video finished, I will go ahead and put a post up on my YouTube when it gets finished as I'm uploading it. And then I will post, I'll schedule a live premiere with it for tonight, okay? So thank you guys for being here. Oh, and just okay, so let me read out the poll. So 178 votes. Most people think that the jury is going to take over 2 hours. I mean, that makes sense. It would take that long just to go over all of the crazy evidence that they heard. So that would make sense, but I don't think it's going to be much longer than that. All right, guys, have a great day. Make sure you go over to Tanika's channel. Give her some love. If you're there for the first time, tell her that I sent you. Good morning, Donna. Yes, it's called a Sally Port. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name of it. I'm like the drive-through jail thingy. Drive-through, but not Wendy's jail. All right, guys, have an awesome rest of your day, and I might see you tonight, but if not, I will definitely see you in the morning because we have another fun day. I'm going to go ahead and schedule that live now, so you can go ahead and put your little notifications on. 8:30, as always, tomorrow morning, and I will see you soon. Bye.